know, if this was up to me, this would have gone down a lot sweeter. Angie Bofield sweeter. This time I'll be sweeter. My love will run deeper. I won't mess around. I won't let you down. Yeah, you always say that. You always say that shit. You always tell me how sweet you're gonna be, how faithful you're gonna be, how much better this time we're gonna be, Jesus. Jesus, give us another chance. We'll be nicer. Jesus, give us some more time to fuck each other over. I promise I'll be faithful tomorrow. I promise I'll be like you tomorrow, dog. Just give me one more chance to fuck you over today and be better than you today by fucking you over instead of doing the right thing and walking with you, dog. Come on now. And I walk with you and I talk with you and I stab you to fuck your girl too. And I'll beat you too and I'll lie to you and I'll lie with you. Just give me another chance to fuck you over and be better than you today, Jesus. I ain't Jesus, man. Y'all killed Jesus. But he rose from the dead and he came back to life. And that shows there is a God. What about your baby? Huh? What about oxygen? What about the circulatory system? What about how wonderful your marvelous fucking brain works that lies to itself and tells itself it has an immortal life? Huh? How do we live if not through our ancestors and our descendants not live through us? And how can we all not be connected through something greater than ourselves that provides life? That we don't have to create out of a fucking Duracell battery, you stupid sorry ass motherfuckers. How is it this energy supply system, it's not endless. No, it has to be fired off by making of a fetus in the womb by sexual activity of great spontaneous chaos between two crazy ass motherfuckers who want to destroy the world and pass it on to their children. Yeah. You have to. You have to charge existence for it, and you have to make it hard to obtain and work with, because if you don't, they'll destroy everything in the process of their own fucking. It sounds like all of us. Yeah, we're a mistake made by nature. That was an accident, and it's an abomination on life. Its evolution is itself. Because to be or not to be, that is the question. To be an asshole or not to be an asshole. To be faithful or not to be faithful. To be wretched or not to be wretched. The wager. Is there a God or no God? There's no God and we all suck. I kind of figured that. I saw that from Trey Lorenz's character last night on the couch talking to the brother telling him about the Bible. Yeah, God don't give a shit about us because this shithole fucking sucks, man. God don't give a fuck. That's because you don't give a fuck. And if you don't give a fuck and other people you get enough dumbass motherfuckers not give a fuck and sit there and watch a video where they shoot an Asian man to death on the other side of a counter to steal some drinking money, kill somebody's daddy, to steal some fucking drinking money, some party money. That's all they gonna get out of that cash register? And he gonna watch that video over and over and over again like somebody watches a fucking sex tape? And he thinks there is no God because God doesn't give a fuck? It's because he doesn't give a fuck. Life is meeting ourselves, and you generally see God how you see yourself. It's a very educational movie. You ever seen Menace to fucking Society? Yeah, it's deep as a motherfucker. It's depressing because Cain don't make it. Cain gets killed. Not Abel this time. Abel gets to beat his ass in a cop car and throw him on the SA side of town. But the halfway betweens, the light burn, the tans, instead of beating them up, they take them to the hospital SA because they feel bad for them because they've been jacked up like that by the cops too. You know, fucking putos, man. Fucking chorizo. Fucking pigs. You know there's Mexican cops? You know there's black cops? You know there's white cops? Blue suits don't discriminate. They're not allowed to. They have to have women, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, black Africans. They collect cans. Yeah, they collect cans and make them do what they got to do to pay their bills and abuse you and me because they have to do it or they'll lose their job because they have to create criminal activity to justify their existence because it's a monetary-based society. So criminal activity has to exist for their existence to be existable. Does this make sense to you? and you think they're criminals, we're all criminals for accepting money, extortion, and exploitation for life on planet Earth. I find you all guilty. I don't find God guilty like those people that sat down after the Holocaust and those Jews that all got together, held God on trial and found God guilty of apathy, stupidity, ignorance, bullshit, and crazy fucking shit and letting it happen. You were given free will to be or not to be. And we'll blame the Germans. We'll blame the Germans for making them pay for World War I and have to take their own daughters and sell them as prostitutes to pay their bills because people who said they were the good guys in the war asked for them to pay for the war so they could make money off the war. Fuck. You people are so sick you don't even know you're sick. You're so addicted to making money, sucking dick, licking pussy, and just having superficial frivolity that you don't give a fuck that you're fucking insane. And you're passing it on to your children, man. You don't care. You don't give a fuck. I'm not like Judy Krishnamurti. I wasn't trained by academics. When I tell you the truth about yourself, you fucking know it. You don't sit there and go, what the fuck was that motherfucker talking about? Surely you want to live a superficial life, or you hate all children, or you'd end all wars. I just told you. Did you get it, motherfucker? Now I'm going to tell it cowboy style. Okay, you want to string a motherfucker from a tree for his gold and rape his girl and stick your dipstick inside of her anytime you fucking want and make her want to cry and kill herself, but who gives a shit because that bitch was being fucked by a Mexican or a nigger and she's not worthy of having my white dick. That's what you act like, and that's what you fucking are. You're a vile piece of shit who wouldn't be able to hang out with Jesus if you had tried to pay him, because he wouldn't take your money, because he'd say your money and your dick are no good here. You're a bitch. And this is relative molecular internal. And you'll be a bitch and continue to be a bitch until you change, motherfucker. Change, motherfucker, change. And here's your change, and keep the change, because your money's no fucking good here. Neither is your dick. Neither is your gun. Neither is your papers. Neither is your declarations of intelligence. Neither is your poetry that tries to glorify everything you think you fucking know. Nothing is any good here except for God's amazing grace that gave you life to be a dick to someone like me who's not. Because to be or not to be, that is the motherfucking question. And I don't dick people over. You all don't do dick. That's bullshit. You fuck everybody over or whine about the ability not to be able to fuck people over for money. Y'all want to be smoking a big cigar, sitting behind the desk, getting blowjobs underneath from Monica Lewinsky and talking trash to the secretary and passing bullshit through to get your bullshit agendas bought and paid for. You motherfucking liars. Sorry. I ain't drank no water yet. Got dry spit flying out my mouth because I'm screaming and mad-ass motherfucker like a motherfucker. Just like you. Because I got to act just like you to get through to you, to stop you from being just like you. I hate this motherfucking shit. God, I hate it with a fucking passion. I hate having to get up every day to kick your motherfucking good-for-nothing asses, man. God, I hate this. And God knows, I'm not using the Lord's name in vain. I'm sure God knows how much I fucking hate this and how much I despise what you motherfucking celebrate every fucking day to point fingers at the villain every fucking day. And then I have to come because I love you and explain it to you and point out the villain every day. And I fucking hate it because I love you more than you love anything I've ever done. I'm dying and you don't care. It's your own choice. You don't have to love us. You could just join us. You can get a job, like John told me. They're hiring at so-and-so. They're always hiring at the post office. You can always shut up and stop talking online. You can always go sign off on Amy's Kids because you don't have the money to get them back and you don't have the networks to make it work. So you can sign off on Amy's Kids and not see them again until you're 18 if you're lucky. But you can find a hot girl in town who will want to make sex with you over the legend that you've made by being Jesus Jr. and a badass to take on the sex slave trade cartels and the banking networks. You know there's going to be lots of fine women that want to ride your dick as long as you're somewhat semi-attractive. And you might be able to find one close to your age range, maybe in her 30s, that's hot, that loves you, and can tolerate you if you learn to censor yourself and make yourself into a sweet-talking, pussy-looking motherfucker till the end of your days, Ralph. Sounds like a deal I'm gonna have to live with, is which I don't want to do it. Because the moment I do it is the moment I give up on you and watch you do the evil that you do and celebrate it and have fucking fun doing it. But it looks like we're heading towards that. Sounds like a horrible alternate universe, but it's where you guys want me to go. And it's you're driving this fucking gravy train around. You're the trail fucking bosses, ain't you? I'm nothing but a cow. Moo, bitch. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Alright, move. I'll get out the way, bitch.